Welcome to the LA Story Podcast with Stevie Wilson.
Memorial Day is right around the corner, and we've got Father's Day right after that, and then graduation and all kinds of summer events, including 4th of July. The big trick is how to make it easy to have a great summer party and have your food hold up during the whole time so that you actually have a good time and not just sitting there in the kitchen cooking. So we've got Frito-Lay Executive Chef Chef Kalil and his partner, Specialty Chef Jody Benton, here to tell us some tips on how to get food together. So, good morning. How are you?
Great, Stevie. Good morning to you. Thank you for having us on. I know you mentioned about keeping foods holding up with the heat. Certainly in parts of the country, it's going to be very hot. So let me first start by addressing that question. First thing you want the food to be simple. So we've supplied you with a couple recipes. One, and I call them 5-finger dips because you can count all ingredients on one hand. One uses Tostitos salsa to make shrimp ceviche, and the other uses Lay's smooth ranch to make what I call a sushi ranch. It has some pickled ginger in there, some soy and wasabi, and those go great with Tostitos. And you know, Tostitos always create a great party atmosphere. But your question about the food holding up, one of the things I like to do is make sure I'm only putting out a little at a time. That way I have some keeping cold in the ice chest and not sitting out for hours on end. And then you just replenish whenever that little bit needs to be replenished. And then make your area the center of attention so that you're not isolated and you're very social with your guests. In fact, if I may, Chef Jody has, just sort of the system that goes really well for him and to help him engage his guests with himself and they feel like they're not cooking, but he's part of the party. Tell him, Chef.
Yeah, Stevie, I always got frustrated with the fact that I would be grilling while my guests were 20, 30 feet away having a great time. So I decided to make the grill the life of the party. I set everything up around the grill. We've got some wonderful grilled fish and chicken and some Korean barbecued shrimp over here. I'm over here grilling some burger sliders, and this is actually burger sliders that were inspired by the bold flavors of Ruffles that
kind of like guy food.
Oh, definitely big guy food.
But
these burger sliders are stuffed with gorgonzola cheese, and then I've got a little bit of bacon on top, and then maybe just a little bit of grilled onion on there. And you know what I like to do is I like to take some of these Ruffles loaded baked potato chips and put right on top of the burger, and that way when they bite in, they've got some really good crunch, a few more chips on the side, and we've got a great little grazing. I like sliders in smaller portions rather than giving big burgers and huge sausages. That way people don't feel like they are committing to one thing. They get some variety. I'm a big fan of variety at these things.
Right, I love that. And I love Jody's whole idea of having a little bit of a lot of things for some grazing. You'll notice there's grilled veggies here. And it's very important not to dummy down the dishes you're offering for the vegetarians that might be joining your party. But then back to grazing, he mentioned the barbecue shrimp, and this whole style of barbecue here is sort of a Korean barbecue with a lettuce wrap. You have different sauces. You can either put the shrimp or you can put the grilled chicken or portobello. You can garnish it with lime and peppers and slaws. And then for that wonderful, delicious whole grain crunch, you can add a little sun chips on top to just give it that little extra texture and flavor, and that works really well. So there's simple ways to make very interesting variety of experiences for your guests without making it too much trouble for yourself.
You make it sound so easy, and it sounds so good. I'm almost saying, please come over for Memorial Day.
I accept every invitation. Thank you.
But people, okay, the question is, for my people, they will want to know where can they go to find these recipes so that they can whip them up themselves?
That's a very good question. I believe we're going to supply the 2 5-finger dips, these wonderful sliders, these Gorgonzola bacon burgers with ruffles. And then I think we have another recipe of this Oasis hummus that we're supplying to you. And again, it's a very simple recipe, your favorite hummus, your favorite guacamole, and it goes great with the delicious whole grain sun chips. We'll supply those to you on your website, but you can always go to Frito-Lay's Facebook page or Frito-Lay's website, and you will find even more recipes and solutions for your parties. And we're here to help.
Oh, sounds amazing. People, you will find links to the Frito-Lay Facebook page and also as many recipes as I can find, and also their website. And I got to tell you, since Frito-Lay is a big favorite of mine, and trust me, Cheetos is an addiction that I try to control. So there's a lot of things here that you can actually use with popular brands, popular flavors that you have at home and that you like. So we really appreciate Chef Stephen Kalil and Chef Jody Benton for their time today, people. So you'll find all the links on the blog, and this is Stevie for the LA Story saying happy eating, and see you soon, people. Bye.
Bye, Stevie. Thank you.
Thanks for joining Stevie Wilson on LA Story. Feel free to check out other podcasts and videos. Bookmark it now. www.la-story.com.